Dust350 here, and I'm back at you with a special review that I call Lozenge Review VapoDrops. So, straight off the bat, we've got Vicks VapoDrops. They clear the nose and soothe the throat. Alright, so it's a mega value pack, and yeah, butter menthol 7 milligram. Alright, and in here you got 42 butter menthol lozenges, they call them. And that's just the way I like it. Now, I can tell that these things in here are individually wrapped. I can feel all the little plastics, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just have a look at the back of the pack right this minute. Alright, so it says, feel for the nose. Feel the Vicks Vapor action clear and cool your nasal passages within seconds. For the throat, the Vicks medication with proven ingredient soothes and cools your irritated throat. We got a little consumer information panel. So, but before we get to that, I just want to say that the way it says, the Vicks medication with proven ingredient soothes and cool, like with proven ingredient doesn't seem grammatically like correct to a gamer like me, but that's neither here nor there. With proven ingredient. Alright, so the consumer information panel soothes and cools irritated throats, cools and clears nasal passages, active ingredient per lozenge. Menthol 7 milligrams, also contains sugars, soybean products. Each lozenge contains 8.26 milligrams sodium. Okay, so now we know what we're working with. Adults and children over 6 years take 1 to 2 lozenges every 2 to 3 hours as needed. Children 2 to 6, 1 to 2 every 2 to 3 hours. It's the same. So 1 to 2 every 2 to 3 hours for adults and children over 6. And children 2 to 6, the same amount. Oh well, as needed, under parental supervision. Not to be used in children under 2 years of age without medical advice. If symptoms persist, consult your healthcare professional. Keep out of reach of children. Do not purchase if bag is open. Stored below 30 degrees Celsius in a cool place. Cool and dry. In a dry place. Not a cool place. So just a dry place, okay? So then we've got some blah 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 about who distributes it and whatever. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I did notice that it's made in India. And any consumer comments or questions, they give you a 1-800 number. Made in India. Procter & Gamble. It's a trademark of the Procter & Gamble company. So there you have it. Expiry date 2027. So that gives you about, well, it's February 2027, so it gives you more than a year though worth of vapor dropping. And that's just the way a guy like me seems to like it. Now, we've explored everything that the packet has to offer really. It's a mega value pack. 42 butter menthol lozenges in here. Not recyclable, so if you care about the planet, don't even think about it. And yeah, alright, let's open it up live and unscripted. Alright, it's open. Now, let's reveal the contents of these butter menthols. Wow. Straight off the bat, I'm liking the color of what I see inside. They're like little potato Doritos, little corn chips in there. And that's just the way I like it. So let's get one out and have a good look at it. Here's what we're working with. Individually wrapped for your convenience. It's like, yeah, it's not about the planet. It's about being able to slip one of these in your little back pocket without getting too much gamer grit and grime on there. And it's a valid option, because some of them, they just give you the lozenge just ready raw, and it's like, okay, it's got little hairs on it. And that ain't the ultimate when you can You already got a stuffed up nose and a sore throat or whatever you got. It's like you don't need it to be covered in hairs and freaking whatever else, God knows, whatever else it might be covered in. Alright, Vicks VapoDrops, butter menthol, 7 milligram. I like how they measure the milligram. Refer to the bag for the expiry, and yeah. So, we're not going to dilly-dally. We're just gonna dilly-dally, shilly-shally, I mean. And we're just gonna open this thing right this minute. Alright. Whoop. Okay, I lost one. It's like ready to explode, so that one's hit the carpet. So it's a heave offering, we can call it. I'm gonna get another one right this minute and be a bit more delicate and not so dramatic and theatrical. If I can... Alright. So straight off the bat, they're like not round, they're more like a little egg shape. And yeah, they do have a little triangle etched on there or stamped on there or whatever. And we're just... They smell like a butter menthol, and I can smell the menthol just off the bat. So yeah, let's get a... Alright. Now straight off the bat, they do taste good. They're a bit... You can feel the menthol pretty much instantly. It's not very sweet, like it's sweet, but it's more mentholy than it is sweet. I'm clicking it around in my mouth a bit, yeah. It is pretty strong. It's like... Now, I don't know where you might come from, but if you come from the land down under, there's another brand of these kind of things called butter menthols. That's just what their name is or whatever. It's a Wrigley's, I think, chewing gum company. And anyway, it's like, yeah, they're definitely stronger than that. It's like, they're more like triple the strength, just face value, from memory. And that's good, because that's what I was kind of looking for. I was looking for a strong lozenge. And I think I found one. So yeah, on the packet, we'll just notice that there's like a little leaf. I guess it's probably a mint leaf it's meant to be on top of the lozenges, and that's great. Menthol. So they didn't really say every ingredient, they just said it might contain soya beans and how much menthol. And there's sugars as well. So yeah, it definitely is cooling and clearing the nasal passage, as they call it. And that's pretty good. So face value, it is good, yeah. If you're looking for a lozenge that cools and mentholizes or whatever, this is looking pretty good. I think this costs $6, so there's 40 of them. And that's pretty cheap considering that the little sticks of butter menthols cost like $2.50 each or whatever. There's about 10 of them worth in here. There you have it. It's nice. I'm not ready to crunch into it yet because they're pretty substantial size. It's like, they may not look like much, but when you actually got one going on, it's like, yeah, it is, you know, I wouldn't want to bite. I'd have to bite pretty hard. I'm gonna let it sizzle for a while. And that's the way I like it. Yeah. Well, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? And it's one for the comment section. Alright. So, while I'm still enjoying this lozenge... Excuse me. While I'm still enjoying this lozenge, it's time to, you up the website. Because I've already had, like, I haven't studied it, but I brought up the page and I did notice that... Excuse me. I did notice that there's a, you could call it a wealth of knowledge, excuse me, on this site. So let's get a look at that right this second. Excuse me, that's the menthol working overtime. Alright, so as you can see, we're on the vicks.com.au, and yeah, they're advertising the new lavender range, but we don't have a lavender. We don't have an inhaler, although I might like to try one of those lavender inhalers. Find out more. Vapor rub, nasal spray, baby balsam, inhaler, treatment advice. So they've got a lot of things going on here. A century of relief and caring. The Vicks legacy is about more than just cold and flu medicines. It's about giving families the opportunity to get more out of life, even on sick days. For more than 100 years. Alright, we're going to have to learn more about that, Mr. Tucci. But yeah. Alright. So get ready for a deep dive and make sure to smack that like and subscribe right this second, because this is going downtown. Alright. Alright, so let's hear about the science of healing. Treating for fast relief, understanding types of illness. The science of healing. Let's just go straight for it. 3 smart ways to survive the cold and flu season. It's like shit, it can be deadly. Cold and flu and allergy symptoms, know the difference? The tale of 2 coughs, dry coughs and chesty coughs. A sinus headache with just 1 finger. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Alright, but no, we're gonna go with 3 smart ways to survive the cold and flu season. Because I know, winter might be coming, depending on where you find yourself. Alright. Alright. I'm feeling the menthol. I think 1's enough. 2 at once, I might OD on menthol, honestly. Like, it is pretty strong. 1.5, I could probably handle it. Alright. Do you know the best way to prevent the flu? This year, help safeguard your family against illness with some pre-season training for common cold and flu season. Well, it's common cold and flu season. Okay. Help maintain your immune system. A healthy immune system is the best protection against common cold and flu season. They keep, common cold and flu season. It's just a strange way to keep saying it. It's like, yeah, common cold and flu season. Okay. Keep your family's natural defenses strong with these simple tactics. 1. Avoid stress. Studies show that stress hampers your ability to stay healthy, especially during common cold and flu season. So try anything you can do to combat stress. Combat stress helps fight germs. Try taking a mini meditation break during the day. Simply close your eyes and focus on breathing in and out for a few minutes. Stick with a bedtime. When you consistently log 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, your body has a chance to repair cells and maintain your immune system. Eat right and exercise. Nutritious foods such as a healthy variety of fruit and vegetables as part of a balanced diet give your body the nutrients it needs. Also, physical activity may help. So, commandos out there, fatsos, it's like, yeah, physical, I'm not trying to go crazy, but it's like physical activity may help, myself included. Mental note, 350, physical exercise may help. Physical activity, they call it. A common recommendation is to shoot for 30 minutes of moderate activity at least 3 times a week. Okay. Now, this is not endorsed by the 350 guidelines, but it says get flu shots. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the single best way to prevent getting the flu is to get a flu shot each year. Flu vaccination can be an effective means of preventing infection, particularly for those 65 or over, pregnant women, and anyone with a compromised immune system. The best time for vaccination is in early autumn, when the flu season starts and supplies of the vaccine are more readily available. Your doctor or healthcare provider can offer advice on vaccination for your family against currently active strains of flu. Okay. So they want you to get a booster shot. It's like, yeah, I don't blame them, for wanting people to. It's like, but hey, it's not for everybody, I guess. 2. Fight germs. When you keep germs away during common cold and flu season, you can lower your risk of getting sick. Try these simple habits to avoid stuffy noses and sore throats. Alright, I'm just skipping ahead to see, what we're working with here. So they say wash your hands and talk to your children about why it's important to wash theirs. A typical hand washing before a meal, after going to the bathroom, or any time you cough, sneeze, or blow your nose should last about 20 seconds. So, 1 Mississippi. It's roughly the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday twice in your head. So that's a little measurement to keep a hold of. It's like, that's how long it takes. Anyone washing their hands, just sing a little happy birthday to yourself twice in your head. And that's, that's a good amount of time to be washing your hands for. Bring back up. According to the US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC again, alcohol-based hand sanitizers can keep hands clean when soap and water are not available. Keep a small bottle of hand sanitizer in your purse, gamers. You'll always have a way to keep your hands free of germs, even when you're on the go. Clean your desk. It's a hotspot for germs at the office. Invest in some alcohol-based disinfectant wipes and clean your desk, keyboard, mouse, and phone frequently. For additional tips on fighting germs, the CDC offers the An Ounce of Prevention brochure. So I'm sure that would be an educational and uplifting read for anyone interested. They can Google the An Ounce of Prevention brochure from the CDC, that great old USA. Alright, so be prepared for cold and flu symptoms. Despite your best effort, it can be tough to make it through cold and flu season without anyone in the family getting sick. Stock up on the essentials while everyone is still healthy. So the essentials include Vicks VapoDrops, which we've got right this minute, and chicken soup, and non-caffeinated beverages including juice and tea. So, and they tell you the article sources, the little bibliography down here. Okay, it's too much for me. So, if you want to survive the cold and flu season, you better wash your hands right this second. And get a booster shot and whatever. Yeah, okay. So, while we digest that information, let's browse the products and look at what we've got. So they got a lot of different things, but what we've got is the Vapour drops. We don't have extra soothing though. We've just got standard, don't we? Wow, I want some of this stuff. What the heck? Is this the one we've got? Extra soothing? It didn't say that anywhere. No, it's not this. This is extra soothing or something. We've only got standard, so wow. That one probably would have been worth trying, but I didn't see it. Shower tablets, nasal spray, cough drops, and lozenges. Okay, this is what we got. Vicks VapoDrops. No, this is soothing baby care. Is this it? Soothing baby care product. It looks like it. Yeah, it's the same, but why is it a soothing baby care product? Alright. Sniffing? Sniffing your nose all... yeah, sniffing, okay. Sniffing your nose all day long in meetings or when hanging out with friends? Launching into a coughing fit at the movies or on the train? Neither of those are gonna make you very popular. But hey, don't stop going anywhere just because of a nasty sore throat and stuffy nose. So, straight into the old goddamn gate. They're dehumanizing the poor little patient. It's like you coughing and spluttering on the train and at meetings. That's not very popular, you freaking disgusting freak. That's how it makes me feel. So it's like, okay, it's hard hitting, you could call it. Okay, so off the bat though, the packet is not exactly the same. Like the keen eye will notice I've got more of a skeletal kind of ghostly figure on that side, and it's on the right, but on the side it's like more of an outline of a face and it's on the left. But I guess it's whatever, they might have updated the packet, or this is a value pack so it's a bit different or whatever. Excuse me. That's the active menthol ingredients. It is really pretty powerful. It's like, yeah, these things ain't no joke. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Overview. Let's see it. So we got the 42. Oh no, but we don't have that one. Yeah, but that did change the packet. But see, my one aren't the minty ones. It's my one are the butter menthol. Okay, this is what we got. This is exactly it. Alright. But I don't still understand why it's a baby care product. The package information's not clicking. Okay, so it goes on. It says the same thing again, straight off the bat there. Okay. A pack of Vicks VapoDrops will quickly help relieve throat tickle and blocked nose. So next time you want to cheer on your team, sing your heart out, deliver that presentation, then make sure your voice performs at its best with Vicks VapoDrops. Clears the nose and soothes the throat. Feel the effect in seconds. Well, they're not lying about that. So they got 3 different flavors. Customer reviews. Okay, so that's what we're doing, is a customer review. I could write a review, but I'm not going to right this minute. Don't waste your money, this guy says. What? Currently have a cold. Bought a 42 pack of original VapoDrops. Definitely aren't as strong as they used to be. Total waste of money. Doesn't clear the nose at all. Cost cutting exercise, no doubt. Now the product is useless and does not do what you state it will. How do I get a refund? Happy to send your useless product back to you. Is this guy smoking freaking freebase? It's like, are they kidding? They probably work for some competitor company. It's like, are you serious? Is they born yesterday? It's like, you know, it doesn't sound like it. They sound like a grandpa because they say, ain't what it used to be in my day or whatever. But the bottom line is, this old cranky freaking lunatic needs to go and have a big onion bhaji right this minute, because the fact of the matter is, they're clearly active. Like, I don't know about the original flavor, but the butter ones, I can say completely confidence that unless you're getting something medicated, like with a prescription or something, or those extra strength ones, this is probably the most active thing you can get, because it's surely more than butter menthols. I don't know about strepsils or whatever, but it's like, I'd rather have one of these any day, just because of the menthol factor, and the taste is, you know, they're nice. Not that it's like a tasty lolly, but it's like, it's kind of thrilling and uplifting. Alright, so yeah, that guy needs to be checked in to freaking Betty Ford Clinic right this second. I'm serious. Alright, let's go to the next one. Product is great, problem with the packaging, says Pammy2301. Packaging is very difficult to open a lot of the times. Need scissors, which is not always convenient. Okay, so the ultimate thing is, this must be some grandma who can't see what she's doing. Like, I'm not meant to be critical, but, you know, it isn't easy. The individual packets are a bit tough, I'll give her that, because I did drop one. It's not like I'm Mr. Perfect over here. I'm not that innocent. But it's like, yeah, this part of the packet, the main packet, it's easy. So, mixed bag. Okay. Meerkat Smurfs. Vicks VapoDrops no value 19 Ned to be upgraded 42. Everyday good product, not amount, try 42 lozenges. Waste. With an AIST of money, you idiots. What? This guy clearly doesn't speak English very well. Okay. Rip off 19 lozenges, upgrade 42. Rip off, so it's the same guy again, and I guess he maybe got 19 in what was meant to be a packet of 42. Jude says, can't open packets. The drops are hard to open. I'm an older, therefore can't get to them if I don't have scissors. So maybe that really is a grandma thing. You can't open them if you don't have scissors, but, you know, a young, red-blooded freaking gamer, it's like, whatever, you know. We don't need to freaking worry about that. Lambo. 5 stars. I would recommend this product because this gets rid of cold and flu symptoms fast. I would recommend people to purchase original menthol and peppermint flavor. They are effient. So he might have... It's effient. Can we get it in hands on that? For the gamers. Alright. Alright. So we've seen enough reviews. We know what we're working with. We're full-blown commandos. Let's see the history of Vicks. Those reviews were funny. That guy who said they ain't what it's used to be. It's like, yeah, I hope he gets the help he needs. Alright. Now, I don't mean to get too visceral and graphic here on the DOS350 channel, but I've been at this thing for like 15 minutes and it's almost gone. And I'm not about to have another one, but it's like, yeah. I'm even going to crunch it away into oblivion. And I'm feeling good. So, I don't have a single complaint so far. And we're going to hear about the history of Vicks while I make my final judgment. Make sure to tap that follow button on my Twitter. DOS350_legit. Alright. The Vicks legacy is about more than just cold and flu medicine. It's about giving families the opportunity to continue life, even on sick days, for more than 100 years. So we've already heard that, Mr. Stripey. Our difference. The Vicks family of brands is there for your family. Okay, so they got a full-blown timeline thing going on here, which I like. I'm giving the website high grade at the moment. Like, yeah, it's making me feel good. Alright. A century of powerful relief and caring. Historical Vicks ads are for entertainment purposes only. Historical product claims may no longer be valid. For information on current Vicks products and range... Okay, we don't need to see the disclaimer, Mr. Stripey. 1890s, 135 years ago. Vicks Group, pneumonia salve. Lansford Richardson, a pharmacist in Greensboro, North Carolina. Am I saying that right? Carolina? Creates and sells 21 home remedies under the Vicks name in the 1890s. Of the 21 home remedies, the best-selling version... Excuse me. Of the 21 home remedies, the best-selling version by far is the Vicks Group and pneumonia salve. Okay, so they had some kind of pneumonia salve. I don't know if people still use pneumonia salves these days, but if you use one, let me know in the comment section right this goddamn second. Alright. The salve's ingredients include menthol and a little-known Japanese ingredient, which is what? Can they tell us? When the ointment is rubbed onto a person's chest, body heat vaporizes the menthol, releasing soothing medicated vapors for hours. Don't know about hours. Alright. (1918), 107 years ago. So can we enhance on these? No, we can't. When the Spanish flu hit the US from 1918 to 19, Vicks VapoRub sales skyrocketed from 900,000 to 3 million in just 1 year. Sales increased dramatically, so dramatically in fact that the Vicks plant operated day and night to keep up with the orders. So they were working overtime. 1931, 94 years ago. So Vicks cough drops hit the scene. In 1931, Vicks expanded its product line with 2 new products, Vicks Vatronol nose drops and Vicks cough drops pictured. Vicks cough drops are the first major product to join VapoRub in the Vicks family. They were an immediate hit, selling more than 25 million packages a year. So that's a lot. They were probably back only in the USA back then. I wonder. So now this is the good stuff. 1952, 73 years ago. Vicks cough syrup launches in the US. It's the first liquid cough syrup introduced by Vicks. I wish I could get an enhance on that. But if you know what I'm talking about, it's like I reckon this is the kind of stuff, like back in 1952, that's probably the kind of cough syrup that someone like Lil Weezy's sipping on. You know what I mean? It's like, that ain't no grandma's Duratussin. That ain't no Robitussin, Mr. Stripey. This is Lil Weezy Tussin. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is it's probably pretty good, but not to be taken lightly. Okay. Make sure to consult your healthcare professional. 350 is not a healthcare provider, okay? Right, 1959. Spinex nasal spray. After testing under the Medimist nasal spray for 3 years, Vicks Sinex nasal spray is introduced nationally in the US in 59 to help provide relief from nasal congestion associated with hay fever and head colds. Pictured is an introductory package for the Medimist spray. So there you have it. 1966, NyQuil. I've heard of NyQuil. Based on findings from Vicks research and development team, NyQuil is the first test marketed in the US. In 66, although there are alternative theories, legend has it that the name was derived from the term nighttime tranquility, NyQuil. The product's liquid form is revolutionary for the category. Previously, tablets were the preferred form of cold treatments, while liquid medications were only used for coughs. So, yeah, NyQuil. I don't know if they do that one in Australia. I've only ever heard about it on TV. I think. Movies. Alright. 1976, Vicks Daycare. After being in development for nearly a decade, Vicks Daycare is launched in the great old USA in 76. The product was initially tested under the Dayquil brand name, but research didn't show any perceived benefits by associating it with NyQuil. To help promote the non-drowsy product benefit, the Daycare product was given a sunny orange colour to signify daytime. So, it's non-drowsy. Alright, 91, 34 years ago. Mr. Tucci supplements. In 91, the first Vicks NyQuil extension outside of the bottle makes its US. Excuse me, let me just read this again. It's a freaking tongue twister, Mr. Stripey. The first Vicks NyQuil extension outside of the bottle makes its US debut in the form of NyQuil liquid caps. Liquid caps are the first over-the-counter multi-symptom cold remedy that puts liquid medicine in a capsule. Okay? They put liquid in a capsule. It's intended to serve as a possible launch pad for solid forms in other Vicks cold medicine segments. So, okay, it's just to get you started. That's what I'm getting from that. 2013, so it's getting pretty recent now. NyQuil and Dayquil Severe. All colds and flus are not created equal. That's why Dayquil and NyQuil Severe is on the block. It provides relief for your ugliest, nastiest, roughest, toughest cold symptoms. So this is when you're really grinding. This is your go-to when all things are looking pretty grim. Okay. And the future. So they've been the relief people use for over 100 years and now continue to build on its legacy by developing and refining products people can trust for years to come. Browser products. Okay. So, Touch of Care. Have we seen that? I'm not going to look at every little page. This video's private. What? Watch the film. Mission Australia and Coles. Private. So, it's private. Okay, so they're on Twitter by the look of it. Have I seen enough? We don't have any lavender. Alright, so that's pretty intriguing. It's like, we're meant to get a booster shot. You know, we gotta have a bit of exercise 3 times a week. We've been here for 100 years. We learned 3 ways to survive the cold and flu season, but it's like, they weren't that serious. They're like, if you want to survive, you better wash your hands. It's like, I'm on board with that, but it's like, I think they'd probably survive anyway. I don't like the wording, the terminology. It's like, it's a bit too grim when they're wondering if someone's going to survive. It's like whatever's going on right this minute in Summer Bay. It's like, yeah, okay. You know, will everyone survive? No, they won't, but you don't have to mention it. I don't know. That's just me. So they do have a Twitter by the look of it, though. Not linked on this page, though. It was only in the Touch of Care. So let's see if it still exists. You're now leaving. Oh, no, this is just a share on Twitter. I don't want to do that. Well, there you have it. So I guess we're going to have a quick scan of this before we blah, blah, blah. How your body fights off cold and flu. Know the difference. Alright, let's know the difference. So she's got gloves on. She must be chilly as anything. Alright. So it says you might be one of millions who dread the changing seasons. Because common colds, allergies, and sinus problems can pop up like daisies and dandelions, leaving you sneezing and sniffling. But keeping your family healthy is easy if you start with the appropriate medicines. Cough drops, nasal sprays, and sore throat sprays can provide immediate relief at the first sign of illness. However, if your symptoms persist, you might be dealing with more serious allergy or sinus problems. Tell me more, Mr. Stripey. Alright. So, when the sniffling symptoms hit, you'll know if it's a cold, allergies. Will you know? How will you know? When the sniffling symptoms hit, how will you know if it's a cold or allergies or sinus problem? First, no space between the question mark and the F. Ask yourself a few questions. Alright. How long have you had a cold symptoms? A cold usually lasts a week to 10 days. Do you have a fever? While allergies might produce symptoms such as low-grade fever, they're never accompanied by a high-grade fever. Well, or just a high fever. It's not even graded, it's just high, okay? It's for the nitpickers out there. And that's more than 102 or 38.9. We'll call it 39 here at the Duff 350 channel. Do you have a sinus headache? Are you sniffling or congested? Or do you feel pressured around the eyes? This could be a sign of sinus problems. Okay. Then, check the list of common symptoms and how frequently they occur with common colds, allergies, and sinus problems. According to the experts at Stanford Medical Center, be sure to... Okay, I don't know what they're talking about Stanford for. It's like, okay, be sure to speak to your doctor. Okay. Common cold, flu, and allergy symptoms. Runny nose and sniffling is often due to allergies or a cold, and sometimes due to a sinus problem. Sneezing is often due to allergies, sometimes... Okay, I don't mean to get off the trail here and off the train track. It's like a derailed freight train, but the bottom line is, it's like blah blah blah. It's sometimes this or it's sometimes that. It's like they don't give you a definite answer for anything. It's like, and I understand that because it's hard to know for sure. It's like could be, might be kind of thing. That's how it is sometimes. But just to keep saying it to me is a bit like, alrighty, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. So it's sometimes due to a cold and rarely due to a sinus problem. Itchy eyes, it's often due to allergies, rarely due to a cold, and sometimes due to a sinus problem, according to the Stanford freaking freaks. Fever, sometimes a low-grade fever is due to allergies, often due to a cold, and rarely due to a sinus problem. Aches and pains, well, they're sometimes due to allergies, sometimes due to a cold, and rarely is they due to a sinus problem. Headache, this just goes on and on. It's like I can guess what they say. It's like sometimes, rarely. It's like whatever. How long? This is freaking not for me. It's like, okay, I'll just take some lozenges and get some lavender inhalers and hope for the best. Some of you out there might get a booster shot. Others might talk to your doctor. It's like whatever you do. I don't blame you for doing it. To try and feel well and get some relief from your allergies and cold and flu and sinus problems or whatever. Excuse me. And I can't blame anyone for that. Alright. So, we've had a great look at the website and we've had a lozenge. had some time to digest all the little medical tips. I don't feel like I'm done yet, though. Let's see what their difference is. Have we already seen this? Okay, that's the difference. We've already seen that. Let's see the winter escape. Win a winter escape with Vicks. So, I don't know how to... Someone already won? What the hell is this? They say their name? Who are all these people? This sinus care people are getting VapoDrops all the time and entering the competitions. It's like, I think I missed out on that one. Oh well. I like the look of these shower tablets though. I want one of this. Someone should have told me about this. I've never heard of one of these, but I know I want one. Do you feel tired and sluggish in the morning? Yes. When waking up is hard to do, to transform your morning. Okay, so that's a thing for another day. Maybe another channel. Okay. So final thoughts. Unlike what some of those other reviews that we read said, I highly recommend these. It's like, they may not be the best lozenge in the entire universe, an entire known universe, but they're quite good, and I'd rate them better than anything I've used lately. They're definitely good enough for me, so that's a big thumbs up for a guy like me. And yeah, I don't think they have a Twitter, sadly, so yeah. Yep, so absolute final thoughts, it's recommended highly. If you need some mentholized relief for your cold and flu sinus symptoms or whatever, or just for the heck of it, this might do you some good. And yeah, give them a try. I got these at a chemist, but I'm sure they're probably available. Maybe not the value packs, but they're probably around. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if these are in Coles and Woolies or whatever. You might not find them at Aldi's, but yeah, they shouldn't be too hard to find. And yeah, they're pretty good. I might have another one later. So they said 1 to 2 every 2 to 3 hours. So yeah, one's enough for now. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I think we're going to leave it at that. So Vicks VapoDrops and give them a try. Thanks for watching. Farewell.